Hi everyone, pattern-collections.com is where we're going to find today's pattern, and I'm getting closer. I'm on the current week anyway. Amy Diamonds is the next one. I click on that to make it nice and big so I can zoom. It is a grid pattern. Step Out is by Diana E. Marshall. I don't know why it's called Amy Diamonds, but whatever. It's a grid pattern. So in your square grid, it shows you making a pencil crisscross. I don't think I'm going to need a pencil crisscross, but maybe, you never know. Step number 2 is putting a diagonal line. Step number 3 is to do this kind of shape right up to the pencil line so that this all lines up right here. Like that. Step number 4 is actually over here. Then on this side you do just these two and then do 2 over here and 2 over here. Okay. And step number 5 has you doing these bits, okay, and coloring in for step number 6. Now, to put them together, this is your square, and you can put them together in a variety of ways. She's got them put together so that this part is in these 4 corners, so it's rotated, right? So this is the one drawn the way the Step Out shows, and then you turn it, and then you turn it upside down and turn it again, so your pattern will go in a circle and it will make this diamond-y shape. Okay, and then in your sample here it is in a linear, 1 2 3 4. Here it is where it's 1 2 and then offset 3, so it makes this zigzag here. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but they don't line up. See how these line up like a tile? These are offset. So, but that's not the only way you can draw this, because it's just this part. It's just this part. And you can draw that in any of these configurations you want. You can make a whole row of them all going this direction, which might be interesting to see what that looks like. I don't know. Let's give it a go. See what happens. I'm going to, whoops, my phone turned around on me so I can't see. Turn on my light. Close your eyes, everyone. Oh, that's always so bright. So I'm going to just draw my grid in pencil. Like that. I'm going to see, maybe I want to put one diamond-like shape here in the middle. And then perhaps I'll just do that shape like that, just to see what it does. Just curious. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. I've laid it out. Can you tell what that is? I don't know if you can. But I'm going to go ahead and draw that in pen so you can see it. So I can see it. And then I will know how I have figured it out. Had somebody ask me, why do I hold my pen the way I do? Some pens work fine in the more standard way when you hold a regular pen, but most of these fine liners I have found don't work very well when you hold them. This would be my normal handwriting position. And see, it's not making a line. I have to actually hold it more vertical for it to actually make a line. So I have just learned when I draw to just hold my pen vertically like that. And then I've also learned, somebody said, well, how do you make such straight lines? First off, it's a lot of practice. And second off, you need to know which direction you make a more consistent line. I know that I make a more consistent line when I go left to right and when I draw top to bottom. So I always turn my page so that most of the time when I'm making a straight line, I'm either going left to right or top to bottom, and sometimes even diagonal. I'll go from the lower left to the upper right. That's just the easiest way for me to draw a more consistent line. So you'll notice me always turning my page. So I want that to be like the sample with the with that lighter part, the bigger part here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this part first before I draw everything else. I'm going to get rid of all those guidelines because I didn't draw exactly where my pencil was, and that drives me crazy sometimes when I see it. Not always, but sometimes. And so I like to just tidy that up. So I'm going to draw this way. So I need to make that bigger so I can see the steps. So this next step is this one. It has you drawing, maybe I'll need this. I don't know if I'll need this guideline or not, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Super light. When I put my guidelines in, if I know I'm going to be erasing them, I make them super duper light so that I almost can't see them, which helps in the erasing process. Okay, so I'm doing this one. So I want to do a, oops, come on, what happened? Oh, my pen stopped working. Okay, like that, and then that. Okay. I like that, just like that. That's cool. Okay, and then the next step is to do this to follow this one and this one, and then do this and this. Okay, and then we do that again. Bunch of little diamonds, right? Like that. That's pretty cool. I like that. That was fairly simple to draw. So now I'm going to just do this pattern. I want all of this shape here, I think. Deciding how I want to draw this. Do I want it all going one direction? Do I want it... Not sure what I want. I think I want this. Like that. I'm going to do them all that way. We're just going to see what happens. I'm going to do them all the same direction. Like that, and see just what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna draw one of my Tell It Like It Is cards just to see what I can talk about. Talk about a time when you were very irritated. Didn't we do this card already? I feel like I did. I know I'm putting them at the bottom of the page of the stack, but I wonder if they just have a lot of the same cards in this thing. That's irritating. Very funny, Don. You're hilarious. I can tell you an irritated story from our vacation. Our bus driver, did I tell you this already? I might have already told you guys this, but you know, if you weren't listening, I'll tell it again. Our bus driver on our drive from the airport to the ship got lost. Yeah, that was irritating. We found some places we should not have found. We found a street that was basically a giant homeless encampment. We were driving down roads that the bus was clearly not intended to be on. Way too narrow. The bus driver hit a street sign. She didn't hit a car, but she came darned close. She did go up and over a curb. Ugh, that was irritating. At first it was kind of funny and amusing, and then it became just not funny and amusing anymore. We were actually, our half-hour drive from the airport to the cruise ship ended up being just over an hour. We were not amused. I'm a little off with that one, but oh well. Rather than turn my tile and turn my tile and turn my tile, I think I'm going to do this shape here first on all of them. Oh, that's better. I was a little off with that one too. I've learned over my vacation that I'm becoming a grumpy traveler. I like to go on vacation. I love to cruise. But, you know, we usually go out of our local port, which would be Long Beach, California, where we can just drive to the port, get on. Everything's cool. I'm finding that I'm not a very good flyer. Yeah, I'm just not good at flying. Because we got off the ship relatively early, and our flight wasn't until later in the afternoon. We actually arrived at the airport because the only way we could get to the airport was to take the shuttle from the cruise line that we had purchased. And so we got there when we got there. We ended up at the airport too early, and they wouldn't take our checked bags. That was annoying. Who knew you could get to the airport too early? But apparently you can. And the thing is that the agent who took our friends let them check in their bags. And then the agent that had me, that I was standing at, he said we were too early and he wouldn't check our bags. Even though at the desk right next door, they were checking in bags for the same dang flight. That was really, really quite annoying. He claimed the computer wouldn't let him do it. Well, clearly the computer would let you do it because your fellow gate agent was allowing it to happen. So then we got back in line, turned around and let other people go in front of us so that we would end up with the same gate agent that everybody else went through. And lo and behold, she let us check in our bags. Well, that was just annoying. I'm not a good flyer. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. That makes an interesting pattern. I like it. Okay. So depending on how you orient your grid square will depend on what the final design looks like. Alright, so now I'm going to... Whew, it's getting hot. I have not turned on the air conditioner yet today, but I think that might be happening in just a moment. I think I'm going to want to put, because I've got the tone tile, I'm going to want to put some of the white highlights. I've just got to decide where I want them. And decide, I guess I'm going to color in the spots that I was suggested to color in. I have not put this little, there's a, I don't know if you can see it with my lights. Come on, focus. There. There's this bit here, this little loop with a little filled in spot in the corners. I've not put that on my tile, and I'm not going to. I like it the way it is. I don't want it more busy, so I'm going to leave it out. But I am going to fill in this middle, this one, this diamond part right here. Yeah, I'm going to fill those in. Thought I was going to be done earlier with this tile, but not if I'm going to do this coloring in bit. Coloring in takes longer than drawing does. Don't know why, but it does. I feel like I need a fatter pen. That one's not quite fat enough. Where's my bigger pen? Ah, not that one. This one? This one too fat? Nope, not too fat. Okay. Okay, I'm going to color, and I'm going to say, what would you like to do to become famous? Well, I could become famous by winning the lottery. That would be nice. Somehow I don't think I'm going to become famous by drawing patterns, but you never know. That might happen. I'm famous in my own little circle. I'm not sure I want to be famous, to be honest with you. Because with fame comes scrutiny of your every move. With fame comes the Removal of privacy. Really. And those poor celebrities, every time they sneeze, or every time they go out of the house and they haven't chosen the right outfit, or they've gained a little weight, or they've lost a little weight, or you know, they've had a fight with their friend. Every freaking person has to know about it. You just lose all privacy. I don't think I'd want to be famous. Not sure that you may lose trust in other people as well, because you wouldn't know why someone was friends with you. Are they friends with you because they like you, or are they friends with you because you're famous? You know? And of course then there's the people who are famous for reasons that are not celebrity, not for good reasons, but for bad reasons. I certainly wouldn't want to be one of those. Become famous for being a murder victim or something. That would suck. Okay, I like that extra contrast. That's pretty cool. And now I want my white. You know, you got to put that white pencil in there. Do I want to do pencil or do I want to do pen today? I'm thinking maybe I want to do pen today. Let me use my Signo. I'm going to use my Uniball Signo Jelly Roll pen. I'm going to just use this scrap to get it started to make sure it's working. Like that? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so let's try that. I'm going to do all this side first and then turn it, because that way it'll give it a little chance to dry. Got to remember when you're doing when you're drawing with the roller balls that they don't dry immediately and you could smear them. So you got to be more careful how you put your hand on your paper. Oh, I like that. Make sure that it's dry. Okay. Sometimes you gotta go over to the scrap page and get it started again. And don't push too hard with those roller balls. I found that the lighter pressure I have, the better the ink comes out. Okay, I need another question. What do you think your friends say about you when you're not around? Well, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Hazard a guess that they don't think about me that much. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. Sometimes when you worry about what others think about you, then you come to realize, you know, they're really not thinking about you that much, and it doesn't really matter what other people think about you. I'm hoping that they say I'm kind. I'm hoping that they say they like my company. Hoping that they say I can be occasionally funny. I'm going to do the rest of these little flat bits. Make sure it's dry though. Okay. I don't know. Does it matter? I guess if they thought I was just horrible and mean, then they probably wouldn't be my friends anyway, so it's unlikely that they think that. Talented, maybe? I hope. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not worried so much about what other people think about me at this point in my life. I used to. It used to be something that I was worried about. Well, can't do that, but what other people think. And I've kind of, you know, I'm just going to do what I want to do, and others can think what they want about my behavior. And as long as I'm acting in a kind and loving way as often as I can, then I'm not worried about it. Oh, that's super awesome. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right. I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the day. I have, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's noon. I have to get ready for work. So I'm done drawing for today. I will be back tomorrow to draw some more pictures. Oh, hopefully YouTube, excuse me, will let me upload. That would be nice. So if I'm a little bit late tomorrow from my regularly scheduled upload, it's because YouTube is having issues. So I'm going to do my best to get things up when I need to. But if I don't, you know, don't worry about me. I'm here. I just need to get YouTube to cooperate. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.